Well, hello there and good morning. It is Tuesday, February 20th, and you're watching News Channel Nebraska. My name's Eric McKay. Thank you so much for joining us. More details have been released after an Iowa man was arrested following a crash that left one person dead and 3 injured over the weekend. It happened in Bennington near the area of 168th Street and Pawnee Road just before 1 a.m. The accident involved a vehicle who had the right-of-way at an intersection before it collided with a pickup that authorities say ran a stop sign. 4 people were taken to Nebraska Medicine with what were called serious injuries. One of them, Gary Smith of Norfolk, pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. A GoFundMe account has been set up for Smith's wife, who was also seriously injured in the crash. The driver that caused the crash, identified as 35-year-old Joshua Cool. He's been booked into Douglas County Corrections and faces a number of charges. A former Husker women's basketball player suing the university and multiple people in the athletic department. Ashley Scoggin was dismissed from the team 2 years ago amid allegations of a relationship with former assistant coach Chuck Love. She filed the lawsuit in U.S. District Court in Lincoln. Scoggin's alleging that Love used his position to groom her while she was a player on the team and as an intern in the athletic department working directly with Love. She said Love, who was married at the time, had relationships with multiple UNL students. The lawsuit accuses head coach Amy Williams and athletic director Trev Alberts of failing to set up adequate boundaries or making appropriate changes after the incident. Love was suspended with pay around the same time Scoggin was dismissed. He later resigned. UNL disputed the allegations in a statement released yesterday. Nebraska student teachers could receive full tuition waivers beginning next year if a bill in the Nebraska legislature gets approval. LB 953 was proposed by Senator Kathleen Kauth of Omaha. It would support students in the University of Nebraska and state college systems seeking a degree related to teaching during the semesters that they're student teaching. The proposed program would run for 6 school years and would cost about $15 million in lost tuition revenue. That lost revenue would be offset by annual appropriations of up to $3 million. A new survey shows a majority of Nebraskans support legalizing medical marijuana. The poll showed 70% of respondents in support of medical cannabis. That's just below a poll in 2022 that showed 80% support for the movement. Another poll conducted by the same organization showed 54% of Nebraskans supported a tax proposal which would replace all existing state sales, income, and property taxes with a consumption tax. Of that 54% support, though, only 30% said they were definitely in support of the EPIC tax. Both issues, medical marijuana and the EPIC option consumption tax, are seeking places on the 2024 ballot. A pair of Big Ten schools are coming together to offer a series of multi-state safety workshops for farm families. The University of Nebraska-Lincoln and Purdue University are combining their efforts to offer emergency preparedness workshops in Nebraska and Indiana. The programs begin next month. They're specifically targeted toward women. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, agricultural occupations have higher than average rates of work-related injuries and deaths. The Nebraska workshops will be held in Beatrice, Concord, Grand Island, O'Neill, and Weeping Water. Nebraska's First Lady is sharing and connecting students with agriculture through stories. During a visit to Grand Island, First Lady Suzanne Pillen read agriculture-themed stories at 4 different elementary schools. More than 220 students heard her talk about where their food, fiber, and fuel comes from. The Nebraska Farm Bureau Foundation manages the Agriculture in the Classroom program. It presents information about agriculture that organizers say helps students understand where their food comes from. The Nebraska Farmers Union now officially knows where its next convention will be. The River's Edge Convention Center in Columbus will be the site of the 2-day convention this December. At the event, participants will elect their officers, set their policies, conduct organizational business, and hear from speakers on issues facing agriculture. You can find more information on the convention by contacting the Farmers Union's state office. Nebraska's ongoing battle over abortion returns to the state capitol this week. A public hearing scheduled for Thursday on a bill aimed at protecting doctors who perform legally borderline abortions from prosecution. The lawmaker leading the charge, the same Republican state senator who was under fire for his vote last year that kept the state from enacting a 6-week abortion ban. Joe Jordan has our report.
As we first reported, State Senator Merv Riepe has become quite literally the poster boy over the abortion battle in Nebraska. A billboard in the middle of his Ralston-Miller district telling him to resign because he was the key vote last year, enacting a 12-week abortion ban, stopping a stricter 6-week ban. But Riepe's not budging.
Yes.
You resigning?
No. There's no reason why I would resign over one vote, which I felt was the right vote at that right time. And so I felt strongly about it. I have no regrets about that vote.
Not only is he not resigning, Riepe's once again putting abortion in the spotlight. Specifically, he's pushing a bill protecting doctors who perform legally borderline abortions from prosecution.
And I don't mean protect them beyond the 12-week or for an illegal abortion, but the one that's allowed, that they feel safe and comfortable in making their professional judgment.
Last year, Governor Jim Pillen, who backed the 6-week ban, told me talk of doctors being prosecuted is a farce. Governor, on the new 12-week abortion ban, can you guarantee the doctors who perform those so-called contested abortions will not be criminally prosecuted?
Yeah, it's, again, it's the far left trying to create nothing but fear in the conversation. We've had a 10-year bill at 20 weeks, and there's never one case.
Have you spoken with the governor about this issue?
No.
Governor Pillen, without naming Riepe, has said that his 6-week abortion ban got nicked by one person caving into pressure. By the way, as for Governor Pillen's comments that this is all about the far left, well, Riepe is a Republican. Ever consider changing parties?
No. I wouldn't consider myself a strict platform Republican. Now, they won't like to hear that. You have to vote what you think your voters are going to be. The reason we're elected is to represent our district. Now, if I lived out in western Nebraska, which is more conservative, more Republican, and I would probably lean more then towards what I think my voters want to.
If you lived in a conservative district, would that have changed your vote?
No.
As for the group behind the billboard, it's Students for Life Action. NCN has asked the group how many members they have in Nebraska. They tell us 25 groups. They won't tell us how many have signed the petition or how much money they've spent to try and oust Riepe. News Channel Nebraska has asked Governor Pillen if Riepe should resign. So far, we've received no response. In Lincoln, Joe Jordan, News Channel Nebraska.
Nebraska City Parks and Rec pursuing a $260,000 overhaul of its flagship park to harmonize with the handicap accessibility of the new nearby aquatic center. A new sidewalk would connect the playground to pathways leading to Steinhardt Park and provide ramps to a drinking fountain and new shelter. Nebraska City Tourism and Commerce Director Amy Allgood said the positive comments she hears about the ADA features of the swimming pool are sometimes followed by regrets about barriers to the playground area. The city's already received a donation pledge of $4,000 for new playground equipment. It's a bizarre story. The Henry Dorley Zoo in Omaha says it removed 70 coins from the stomach of this 36-year-old alligator. His name's Thibodeau. The procedure came after the foreign metal objects were identified in his stomach during a routine exam. The zoo says he was anesthetized and a plastic pipe placed to protect his mouth and safely passed the tools used to access the coins. It included a camera to help guide them. All of the coins successfully removed. Thibodeau recovered well. He's back in his habitat at the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium. The zoo, meanwhile, asking guests not to throw coins into any bodies of water there. A lifelong Ravenna resident being recognized for decades serving her community. News Channel Nebraska and Medica selected Peg Detlef as the winner of the Community Hero Award for January. The winner selected monthly from nominations of people who go above and beyond with acts of volunteerism, like kindness or leadership. The award comes with a $1,000 donation to a nonprofit of the winner's choice. Detlef chose Ravenna Public Schools in honor of her mother, Alice.
Well, I'm the youngest of 12 children, so she just loved kids and always felt that, you know, people should look out for kids and help kids, and that's something that she's always stressed into all of us.
Specifically, she says she wants the money to go to a fund that helps less fortunate kids buy items for school. Detlef served as mayor of Ravenna for 12 years, has been a longtime volunteer firefighter and EMT as well. You can nominate someone for the award by heading to newschannelnebraska.com and clicking on Community Hero under the Promos tab. Students at a college in northeast Nebraska bringing home a national award for a video they made. Wayne State College's chapter of the American Association of Family and Consumer Sciences took first place in a contest designed to promote FCS studies. The award was announced last week. The students on the winning team came from Auburn, Garland, Hayter, Lee, Madison, and Sutton, in addition to students from South Dakota and Iowa. A new Nebraska program is designed to help senior citizens facing hardship. Save Our Seniors is a new extension of Nebraska's 211 24-hour helpline. The line helps connect people to resources that best fit their needs, including financial and housing assistance. Officials with United Way of the Midlands say the new Save Our Seniors program is similar to 211, but with a focus on seniors, who they say are often overlooked.
Nebraska's Save Our Seniors program empowers Nebraskans age 60 and over who are overcoming hardships due to financial exploitation, abuse, or neglect. The final goal is to be there for everybody that's experiencing some type of hardship. And so nobody knows until now that we're launching this program, right? So it is our job to go out and outreach through the entire state of Nebraska to make sure that every community knows that it's as easy as calling 211 to get the help that they need.
Anyone who calls 211 will be connected to a victim assistance operator. It's available 24/7, 365 days a year. For residents in a central Nebraska town, connecting with city services is as easy as using an app on their phone. The city of Grand Island launched their new digital companion called Grand Island Connect. Through the app, residents can access information, submit service requests to various city offices, and report issues they may see in the community. Grand Island Connect's already available on Android and Apple app stores, while a separate app for the Grand Island Public Library is expected to launch early next month. A new baseball league starting up in Norfolk, giving those with special needs a chance to pick up the bat. Andrew Pfeiffer has more.
Coming to a softball field near you here at Tahazuka Park, the Norfolk Buddy Baseball program is a league that's designed to help those with special needs be able to play the sport of baseball.
Right. No, you don't need to be shy. He's autistic. So, and we tried the whole YT ball thing and all of that stuff, and it just didn't really work out.
Rather than give up on the idea of her 11-year-old son being a part of something, Rachel Hofer went and came up with a solution to get kids like her son Dexter involved with activities.
So Norfolk Buddy Baseball is basically a baseball league for special needs kiddos, ages 8 to 22. What it does is it provides a place for those special needs kiddos to actually get a chance to play a game, be part of a team, interact socially.
The idea began when Hofer presented this idea to the Norfolk City Council, where she was immediately granted a partnership with the city.
Well, these kiddos just want to be part of things, and it's very hard for a lot of them, whether it be because of their physical disabilities or their intellectual disabilities. I wanted them to feel included. I wanted them to be happy about something they're doing and feel that success of being part of a team and doing well and having fun.
While there are still plenty of hurdles, Hofer is optimistic for the future of this league.
I would love for this to be huge, to be a sense of pride for the city of Norfolk. I mean, they're doing a great job with helping me get this program going.
One of the larger hurdles is the number of people signing up for the program and volunteering. Hofer says she's hoping to get more kids involved along with volunteers.
Volunteers is kind of where we are now. We're needing kiddos and adults to help get the program going because we need I need a buddy for each kiddo that's going to sign up.
The season is set to begin in April. If you want to sign up your own child or even volunteer to be a helper, visit our website. Reporting in Norfolk, Andrew Pfeiffer, News Channel, Nebraska.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day. You're watching News Channel Nebraska.